Now, I know you've got a couple of, there's one particular one with Joan Rivers.
Yes, we can't miss it. It's one of my personal favorites, if I could choose a favorite. Joan Rivers, A Piece of Work. It's a wonderful documentary, really, really entertaining. It's
And a great title.
and it is a
I
great title
mean-
because she's a piece of work, isn't she?
She's a piece of work in a lot of different ways.
Yes. And I will leave that one alone. But it premiered at Sundance, and we're actually the first LGBT film festival in the country to have it. And it's really wonderful because it follows Joan for a year in her life, that starts off completely, dead. There's nothing going on. Her calendar's empty. And it happens to be the same year that she's on Celebrity Apprentice. It happens to be the same year she mounts the production of a one-woman show in London. And the same year that she has the Comedy Central roast. So it follows her, and it's also great to see her vulnerabilities. She really lets it all out. The opening shot of the film is a close-up of Joan's face, first thing in the morning, with no makeup on. And it's a perfect metaphor.
Worth the ticket price right there.
Worth the ticket price alone. Perfect metaphor for the film because she lets it all hang out, for lack of a better
Because
analogy.
I think Joan Rivers is one of those people that, is always on. She's always on, no matter what format you see her on the Celebrity Apprentice or a talk show, whatever. She's always sort of on. And I saw a clip, again, on the website of this film. And it's fascinating because she's got these rows and rows of file cabinets of, like, every joke she ever did on an index card in alphabetical order or some order. And so I just find that part of it fascinating as, I mean, who does that?
Absolutely.
That's I think a sign of somebody who's got some genius going in them,
Absolutely. And she's also always been very supportive of the LGBT community. We see that in the film. She loves the gay community. The gay community loves her. And she also has she has an amazing work ethic. She's in her mid-70s, as she reminds us in the film, and she's traveling at 3, 4 in the morning from one stop to another. And Joan likes to live well. As she says, I like to live well. This is how...
She's worked hard.
She's worked hard, and she also realizes that in order to live the way she wants to live, she has to keep working. So that certainly drives her as well. And there's one line in the film that is possibly one of the best lines in any film we're showing this year. And after showing her apartment around, she says, "This is how Marie Antoinette would live if she had money." So it's absolutely not to be missed.
She's always on.
She's always on. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. She's always on. And always funny.
And people, may not remember that when she started, whether you remember or whether you've read about it or seen it, when she started, female comedians were not, she's one of the first.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she really blazed the way for female comedians. So, what else do you have coming up in the program?
I'm really very, very excited about our closing night film. It's called La Mission. It is set in San Francisco's Mission District, directed by Peter Bratt and starring his brother Benjamin Bratt, and possibly the best role of his career. And the film is about homophobia and how it affects families in the Latino community. Very well done, very, very real. The Mission District is a fascinating part of San Francisco, and it's a perfect backdrop for this film. It's very, very exciting to be able to bring it to
And I
South
think there'll be
Florida.
some people here in South Florida that can relate to the
Absolutely.
Latino angle of it.
Absolutely. I think it'll resonate in a unique way for the South Florida Latino community. But it's also universal, and not every film can say that. But this one is. It has a universal appeal. Whether you're gay or straight, I think you'll understand the struggles of father-son relationships.
You said that's your closing night film?
That is our closing night film.
But you skipped over something that I want to hear about, which is Mindy Cohn of Facts of Life fame.
You're absolutely right. I did, and not for
And that
any
looks
reason.
hilarious.
It is absolutely hilarious. It is it's a film by Casper Andreas, who has
What's the name of it?
Violet Tendencies.
Violet
Violet Tendencies.
Tendencies. Okay.
And it stars the fantastic Mindy Cohn, who was Natalie in Facts of Life. And we haven't seen her on screen for a little bit, but she's actually stayed quite busy with voiceover work across the last couple of years, and she is a sheer delight every moment she's on the screen, and absolutely hilarious.
It looks hilarious. It looks like, wow. I mean, I hope this is gets a lot of attention, because I mean, she's so likable, and we all think of facts of life, but it looks really funny.
It is.
Is she going to be in town at all?
She's coming in for the film festival. We're very excited to say she's coming in. It screens on Saturday, April the 24th, and she'll be here to introduce the film and do a Q&A and meet fans. It's gonna be a great time. This is the sneak preview work in progress screening, so we're the first festival to show it before it's 100% complete. That being said, it's really a good time, a great way to spend the Saturday night.
Excellent. Mindy Cohen.
I know.
Natalie.
I know.
You tried to deny me.
I was keeping Mindy all to myself, and that was very selfish of me.
Are there any other highlighted films or people or what have you that we may have skipped over?
Absolutely. Actually, one that comes to mind immediately is our Career Achievement Award recipient, which is the wonderful Sharon Gless. Sharon is starring and co-produced a film that we're showing on Saturday the 24th called Hannah Free. About a relationship between two women that spans a lifetime. It's a wonderful love story. As with everything that Sharon does, it's beautifully acted. And she is not only supportive of the LGBT community, she's worked so much in creating characters that have endeared themselves to us. Starting off with Cagney and Lacey, of course, who weren't lesbians, but I don't know a lesbian who doesn't love Cagney and Lacey, and many gay men. As well, and of course she was great as Debbie Novotny, the mother on Queer as Folk. Had gigantic cult appeal.
Fabulous role, strong role, made us all so proud.
Absolutely, everybody wanted a mother like Debbie to a certain extent, I guess.
Yeah.
And she doesn't miss out with Hannah Free. It's just such a wonderful, charming, sweet film.
And she lives here in Miami.
Sharon lives in Miami. She splits her time, I think, between L.A., Toronto, and Miami. But Miami's actually home. She's here most of the time. You can spot her around town sometimes. So we're really excited to have her here. She's also the Grand Marshal of the Gay Pride Parade the week prior. So it's exciting to be able to recognize somebody who also calls Miami home.
Yeah, that's very special. And you're also, as you mentioned earlier, honoring Michael Aller as well.
We are. We were recognizing him with our Patrick Ward Angel Award. And
what is that award for?
It is for volunteerism and dedication to the community. It was created in 2007 in honor of Dr. Patrick Ward. Dr. Ward is a Miamian now for about a decade. And when he moved into town, he immediately got involved with the film festival, recognized the importance to the LGBT community and to the South Florida art community, and supported it with all his energy and with quite a bit of money as well. And during a critical juncture in the festival's history, he made a significant cash contribution to the festival that allowed us to continue. And we've never been able to forget that. And it's that kind of altruism that we certainly want to recognize. So the creation of the award, we honored last year Ruth Shack, outgoing president of the Gay Community Foundation.
Of course, and a big friend of WLRN.
Yeah, Ruth is fantastic. And so this year, Michael Aller was the unanimously chosen recipient because of his dedication to certainly to the film festival, but to the LGBT community and to the arts. He's one of our strongest advocates in South Florida.
Definitely.